Yo guys, what is up and welcome back to another video. Obviously, we're here and we're looking at Anime Souls OG. I have started a new playthrough. I don't know how long it's gonna go on the main account, or sorry, a different account, but that's still going. I just wanted to come back through and just see my main account, where all of it started, everything like that, because there's just so much that this game did good. And I've been talking to Leo. Nothing's confirmed or anything, but I just want to go back through and just see like all of the really good things that were added into the game. Like there's talent. I don't even remember talents. Was that a player talent? I think so. I don't remember. It's all the way back here. Yeah, these were player talents. Yeah, I believe 5 was the best. I hope 5 was the best, or I was I was lacking. There's the training areas, which I thought were really, really cool. The quirks. I think that was added like later on, I'm pretty sure. Could be wrong. There's a bunch of the upgrade things. How I want to just know. I'm kind of curious. Hold on. Where's the quirks? I am lost. Where the quirks be, dog? They're like over here somewhere, I thought. Am I? Oh yeah, they're all the way back here. Okay. Okay, so the quirks are back here. Yeah, these needed coins. I didn't even have the best one because these were added like soon after. So I only have 6k coins as well because I had to spend all my stuff. Now, something that people didn't necessarily love or hate, I honestly really enjoyed this aspect, was the hero test. The hero test was really, really cool. Basically what you did is you just sat in this little area and it gave you more XP over time, and it gave you more energy, damage, and soul multiplier. You didn't need to do anything else but sit in the circle, which people, like I said, didn't like, but some people did like. I thought it was a really good aspect that not many games have done, and I mean it made you AFK the game. But I thought it was really, really cool because if you were like in this area and you were stuck, you'd go to bed, you'd AFK this. Now, obviously, it would suck for people who were like, Xbox or anything like that, because this game was actually too old that it didn't have, I don't believe actually it had the anti-AFK, so people couldn't actually AFK unless they were like on PC. But you just kind of AFK'd here, and then you'd wake up, you'd have like a 0 on all this, and then you wake up with like a 50 times energy boost, and then you come over here and you just be so strong for like two worlds. It would be awesome. So yeah, that was really, really cool. The Grimoires, this is one of the first games that I think ever added a Grimoire, at least that I can remember, and these ones were OP, because they had the Divine Light, which is obviously the best one, and then they had the time, or they had the Robux one, for 149 Robux, and it was hard to get Divine Light. Not many people had it. But the one thing I can say that I did not like about the game is if you subscribe to the Patreon, I believe it was, you could quite literally win a giveaway. They did like a giveaway for like 50 people a month or something like that. That if you got a giveaway, you could have asked for anything in the entire game, and the Divine Light Robux was on it. Now after maybe like 3 months before they quit, they took that option off, but still, a lot of people had Divine Light Robux Grimoire, which is crazy. The passive vault over here, right? I probably have God in it or something like that. It's over here to our left. I also just want to see. Yeah, I didn't even have the. I didn't even complete this. Whoa, okay, that's not great. I should have asked Leo for the premium as well. All right, let's go over here. Passive vault. Yeah, I have protagonist and divine. God is the best. It doesn't actually tell you. See, if they remake this game, I would ask for a couple different things. I would ask for it to tell you what your passives did. That would be obviously very nice. And also, one thing I can think of right now is I want it to be able to. I completely lost my thought. Oh, right. I want them to make the anti-AFK for this game, because if this game had the anti-AFK, it would be way, way better as well. It would be super, super nice to have. But let's go over here. There's also the 5 times energy and all that event, so I could be ranking up so much right now. I might play a little bit, honestly. But the curses over here, yeah, Infinity they just added. Uh-huh. I didn't spin for that. Now there is, I believe, a... Is it here? No, it's at area 18. Okay. Yeah, this game, I'm just like sitting here playing. I just want to play because this game was so absolutely a big W. All right, Alchemy. Yeah, we only had Flame. Okay, Flame is the best one. They didn't add another one. Okay, let's go over here. Yeah, we could spin for the the other one, but I mean, we don't necessarily need to. Fire level and another upgrade thing. The fire level is A-okay. A lot of these things did take coins though, which was annoying because it was kind of hard to get coins. Fire level, yeah, Dola Burst was the best one. A couple ways to get coins, if I remember, was obviously the defense mode. I don't remember if it just gave you coins or if you had to actually wait until you got an accessory. But selling accessories gave you coins as well. And I don't remember how to get them, but you can get keys for the dungeons. And then you could use those keys to get accessories and sell accessories and get that stuff. There's also all the runes. Okay, yeah. Alright, but over here is something I thought was also really cool, the psychic potential. Basically, the more you swing, the more energy multiplier you unlock as well, which is very, very nice. Because a lot of this stuff, like, it was grindy, but it wasn't too grindy, because you couldn't complete this game in one day. Because you had to AFK for hero tests and some other things, and it's like, over time, if you get stuck, it was really nice to be able to AFK, hero test or something like that, and then wake up with a multiplier, like, wake up to be stronger. So, you'd AFK hero test, and because after you got to, like, area 20, like, I didn't just sit on hero test, I'd be at, like, 24, and still needing to go back to 13 to get heroes. But I would go back there, and then I'd start unlocking more multipliers from the psychic potential as well, which is cool. Yeah, the cognate system was really, really cool. I also think it'd be cool if they were like how Anime Eternal does it, where I could just click on those. That'd be a good thing. I'm mainly doing this to just, you know, reminisce, think about how good this game was, you know, see all the good aspects, but also in case they do make a remake of it, which I mean probably won't happen. That they could see, like, you know, things that they need to improve on or just add. The wheel would be cool if it would update every now and then, because, you know, I just have so many spins. The secondary sword things was cool too. It was like the area 3 swords, but, you know, a little bit different. A new training area, cognate vault. The dual cards were a really cool system as well. They just had a lot of cool systems. Their gachas, like, they did have gachas, but I feel like they didn't have gachas like a lot of other games had gachas. Because these were really easy to get, you know? You'd have enough, you know, there wasn't like a 0.0001% chance in a lot of these things. You'd have to just wait until the update, they'd add a new card, you'd spin for the card, you get a multiplier. It was really, really nice. Area 25. Area 25 was sick, and they finally made this better. The tower. I remember grinding the tower on stream with you guys so much. I don't ever think it took an hour and 35 minutes to open, but whatever. There's also the artifacts. Yeah, let me take a look at these artifacts. I didn't even have mine maxed out because I remember I was sitting there and they just dipped out on us. They're like, yeah, we're out of here. Oh, you can't change for an hour. I forgot about that. It feels bad. That was something I also wish was not a thing, because I think that's kind of dumb. The dual card. Okay, the godly machine. Upgrades. Magic type. They just upgraded magic type, or they added magic type not too long ago either. There's like 40-something worlds. Yeah, 40-something worlds. Magic type wasn't bad. Yeah, I had the enhancement magic. I didn't have the best one, because these were kind of hard to get. I don't remember how to even get most of this stuff. I thought you like AFK'd here to get their material, but I honestly don't remember. The enhancements, sorry, were nice. I believe that they were 4 units. Yeah, they were 4 units. If I equip my best all have these like witches. I guess not all of them, but they all have these witches, which gives you, these ones tell you what they do. 250% energy, 0.75 times souls, -1 hit to cast my skill, which is crazy. I had a bunch of those, and then, I mean, these guys need to be better too, but I had a bunch of stuff. I could also equip how many? I could equip 57 people. And there were these exclusive guys that gave you more soul multipliers anyway. Like, I could equip 57 guys. I hope if they make a new game, you cannot equip that many, because that was very, very annoying. Because the one really annoying thing about this game was you'd have to sit here and you would have to make them, a shiny at area 3, and then you'd have to make them an elite. So it takes, I believe, 3, let's say it makes 3 to make a shiny, and then 3 shinies to make it an elite, so that's already 9. And then you'd have to make 3 godlies, or sorry, 3 elites to make a supreme, so that's 27. And then I think the next one is godly, which is down here. So then you need 3 supremes to make a godly, which is 81. So you need 81 like secrets to make a godly secret, and that's only for 1. And I had 57 equips, so like that was just never happening. So at the very max, I wish that you could. Oh, there's also the raid bosses, which give you stuff, which is cool. But at the very like max, like 15, I think would be completely fine, because 57 is just wild. But then the enhancements is cool as well. Sorry, let me scootage into frame. Enhancements were cool. These ones were, the basic ones. They weren't too bad. You can have your, your soul guy or your energy guys, all that stuff. The training area is 10. Training, like, they had 10x training, which was kind of crazy. The upgrade things as well. I didn't show you guys, but, just basic energy multiplier for coins. It was very obnoxious. Alright, and then all the way back here, this thing that I remember, we were in this area whenever they ended it, because we were spinning. We had, I'm pretty sure we had the body armament plus Ryu or something like that, but we had like 10k, and I talked, I think maybe Leo's into making a gold portal, because it's when the gold dungeon just came out. I remember I talked to him into doing that for the group, so we could, for the guys when I was streaming, so we could check it out, and that was cool. And then I remember I was here because I had like 10,000 or something like that spins, and I really wanted this one. And it was for the new update, and the new update was like an hour or so late, and we were just, grinding, playing the game, and then they came in there and they're like, yeah, we're done making updates, and it was the saddest day. The biggest sad day. And then we have this one over here, the Kekai Genesis. This is luck. Yeah, I have Sharingan 2. I remember we also had the Yugon one, but we were trying to get the rarer one. RIP. Upgrades, training 12, upgrades, stats, training area. What are stats? I don't remember what stats are. Stats. Oh, it's the same thing. Yeah. But you'd have to like change all of them at once. Yeah, pretty cool. Upgrades, there's nothing there, and then upgrades again. Yeah. RIP. Okay, but I just want to go to area 1, because area 1 has one thing I would say is that the VIP rewards and the rewards were just buns. Hopefully they would update those. But the skills were cool. I'm pretty sure that I don't remember, honestly. I could not remember, but I think that there were secret ones. You guys will have to remind me in the comments below if there were secret ones, because I thought that there were secret skills as well. I could be thinking about Anime Souls X, because there were secret, like, avatars in those, which obviously I really liked that as well. But yeah, those were cool. And then, yeah, they had a free-to-play leaderboard, potions, swords, the accessory merchant. Let's go over there and check that out really fast. The accessory merchant. It was over here. You'd sell your stuff. It would like be all this, blah blah blah, and then you'd sell. I feel like I just had one. Yeah, I had 3, so you could sell all for a decent bit, and then you could upgrade your best one. My best one is looking like this one. So you'd upgrade it and you get a 5% boost every single time, which was crazy. If we look at my accessory right now, it's the witch's hat. I don't know why I upgraded that one, but my witch's hat is 156 times souls. I mean, these ones like aren't even close. 815 times energy, 783 times damage, and that's not even the best part. The special buffs were crazy. Minus 20 hits to cast my skill, and my skill, you guys haven't seen it, but you basically just hit a guy, and that thing that pops up on your right does a really big attack that's really, really sick, honestly. The animations are cool. The left one's my Kagane. Um, and then minus 60 hits to invoke a Kagane, plus 2 hero opens, 200 crit damage, and 5 crit chance as well, which is actually crazy. You go over here. This was a cool area. You had the customizer master, so you could literally equip yourself with whatever accessories or swords or anything like that that you want, which is really, really cool. All these stones were added later on. They take a bunch of stuff. They give you some just cool stones, super luck potions, all that. Your skill vault as well, which is really, really cool. Time trial impossible. Opens in 60 seconds. I guess we can give that a go. Because over here is the dungeon chest. And you basically open that up. I'm saying for you guys that don't know, most of you probably know. You open that up and then you get a bunch of stuff. You get a bunch of like runes and passive rolls and a bunch of accessories to sell as well, which is why it was really, really good. But let's sit here and wait for this to open and see what we get from this, because I honestly don't remember if you get any drops in here at all. And we have to look at our mount as well. I honestly completely forgot. We do have a mount. So if we hit M, yeah, we move really fast. And then there's also the pumpkin one, which was okay as well. I just like I just like the wings better. But yeah, the pumpkin one was cool. The achievements, yeah, there's a bunch of achievements we didn't even have. I'm trying to do the impossible one right now. I can't even complete it. Okay. But yeah, I literally, you need so much time played to get all those. This is the hardest one, I guess. But there's like energy for killing enemies, destroy meteors for open heroes. You know, there's just a whole bunch of really cool stuff. My stats. Let's take a look at my stats. I opened almost 40 million heroes. Defeated 229 raid bosses. 263, meteors destroyed. 139 days and 10 hours played. Which is crazy. To think that that's all just went to waste. Total swings 82 million. Max tower, defense 2, highest. I forgot they added defense 2. I also wish that if they were gonna add this again, like if they were gonna remake this, add Titans for sure, like Anime Souls X Titans, or even just like an auto range. You know, like an upgradable range would be super, super nice as well. Yeah, so this does drop stuff. I don't remember if it drops keys or anything. Yeah, see, like my skill. I do have my skill turned off, I guess. I should probably turn that back on. Hide skills. Don't want to, you know, let's just not hide any of my stuff besides the heroes, because the heroes are crazy. But you can see, like, my little thing underneath me. Let's go until we have another skill so you guys can see. Because I don't remember which one I have, but I think I have Rasengan, which is going to be a, obviously from Naruto. Boom, I just did it. It was kind of just like a little ball. I was too late to it. Yeah, there we go, though. We got an accessory. You got some accessories, and then you know, you sold the accessories. You guys know the gist. Another one. But honestly, I think this game was really, really good for whenever it came out. Honestly, wish it would still update, but hopefully in the future they add a game like this, because I thought this was just really, really good. The mechanics were good. It didn't look bad, like the design or anything like that, but it didn't look like crazy, like new and gross like a lot of games do. It was fairly simple, grindy, but like not super difficult. It was just overall, I think, really, really good, and I very much so enjoyed the game. I mean, this event kind of killed it, though. This event was crazy for newer players. You just got billion pets, because right now my pets are like 260 trillion. But this is from this event. So 115 trillion if I were to get the secret from this area. If I were to get the mythic is right here, but this is a godly version. That's a shiny version. So they would do what? Like a trillion? They would do 2 trillion, sorry, for the mythic. 4 trillion if it was a shiny, and then 16 trillion if it was a supreme. So 8 trillion if it was an elite. Yeah, 8 trillion for an elite. 16 trillion supreme. 30, well, almost 33 trillion if it was a godly. And then also, you got to keep in mind that you could add these stats, which will give it 200% more energy and all this stuff. So these guys are doing 96 trillion, 112 trillion for these guys, which is almost the base of this guy with the witch, which is crazy. But yeah, I mean, it was really, really good. And then you had the boss over here that you could farm. And over here, every like hour or so, you'd have the Halloween boss who would drop the mount, I believe, and a exclusive unit, which are these guys, and an accessory as well. Really, really cool. But if you guys did enjoy this video, let me know in the comments below if you guys want, an Anime Souls remake, not Anime Souls X or like a new Anime Souls X, like an Anime Souls remake, because I think that would be super, super sick. Let me know what you guys think about that in the comments below. I will continue to try and talk the devs into it, but like I said, no promises. But if you guys did enjoy, please leave a like, subscribe. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace!